Good morning, one and all. My name is Sai Satvik. Roll number is C43. Today, my topic is about loop optimization. Loop optimization, code optimization can be significantly done in loops of the program. Especially inner loop is a place where program spends large amount of time. Methods used in loop optimization. As you can see, there are five methods in loop optimization. They are code motion, induction variable, and strength reduction, loop invariant method, loop unrolling, loop fusion. Let's see in detail about each method. Code motion. It is a technique which moves the code outside the loop. Uh, in detail, it is the frequency reduction. The amount of code in the loop is decreased. A statement or expression which can be moved outside the loop body without affecting the semantics of the program is moved outside of the loop. Is code motion. Given below the example of code motion. Code motion while I less than or equal to max minus 1, sum is equals to sum plus a of I. Uh, Similarly, you can see the optimized code. In induction variable and strength reduction, a variable x is called a induction variable of loop p if the value of variable gets changed every time. It is either decremented or incremented by some constant. In detail, if there any variable of in any loop gets changed every time, then such a variable is known as induction variable. With each iteration, its value either gets incremented or decremented by some constant value. Here you can see the example that I initialize it as 1 while I less than equal to 10. There is a code that y is equals to y into 4 and I is incremented by 1. As you can see the optimized code. Coming to loop invariant method. In this optimization technique, the computation inside the loop is avoided and thereby the computation on overhead on compiler is avoided. In detail, uh, loop invariant method, the expression with computation is avoided inside the loop. That computation is performed outside the loop as computing the same expression each time was overheaded to the system. And this reduces computation overhead and hence optimizes the code. Um, as you can see the example, for I is equals to 0 to do begin, k is equals to I plus a by b. uh, and here is the optimized code. T is equals to a by b for I is 0 to 10 do begin k incremented k is equals to I plus 1 and I plus t. Loop unrolling. Loop overhead can be reduced by reducing the number of iterations and replicating the body of the loop. In detail, the loop unrolling is a loop transformation technique that helps to optimize the execution time of a program. We basically remove to or reduce iteration. Loop unrolling increases the program speed by eliminating loop control instruction and loop test instruction. Uh, as you can see the example of loop unrolling uh, for open for loop and for I less than 100 from 0 increment in method display. That is the optimized code. Fifth method is loop fusion. Um, it is also called as loop jamming. It is a compiler optimization, a loop transformation which replaces multiple loops with a single one. In detail, loop fusion improves the locality of reference in loop fusion. A single loop is divided into multiple loops. over the same index range, and each divided loop contains a particular part of the original loop. Example, you can see the example. The original loop, int I, a array of 100 values, and b similarly. For I is equals to 0, I less than 100, I plus plus. Inside that, a of I is equals to 1. Similarly, the code is that after loop fission, it becomes uh, I int I, a of 100, b of 100. For I is equals to 0, I less than 100, I plus plus. A of I is equals to 1 and b of I